Hello everybody, welcome back to Throttle Grotto and the dumbest YouTube channel on the planet. I make terrible decisions like putting this cappuccino back together. So what's left to do? Not much really. Let's get this thing back together. As you can see, the cappuccino now has paint on it, which means I skipped filming some steps, but it's all back together. It's not all back together. It's all painted. One thing about these old Japanese cars is the factory did a terrible job of painting underneath the hood. I also did a terrible job of painting underneath the hood, but not as bad as the factory did. Let's take a look at that. So here we go. Here is the painted cappuccino. Now this is how it looked factory. I don't know how they got literally just a of paint on the inner fender wells up on the firewall. I mean, obviously with the engine out, but it was almost like paint was an afterthought. Like you can see here on the upper frame rail here, this is how it came from the factory. There's no paint on it at all. I stopped about here and I just painted the stuff that I replaced. If you compare that to this side, there's actually paint all the way back. And yeah, there's also overspray on things. I didn't do a very good job of masking. And yeah, but it's painted. I can put the fenders on. I can put the bumper on. I can put the radiator in. Let's get all that done. Let's get the suspension back on, get wheels and tires on it. Let's get this thing on the ground and just see how it looks, how it sits with everything on it. Here is where we're at on the cappuccino. We have a headlight, turn signal. I'm still waiting on a pair of headlights. There we go. Pair of headlights and a turn signal for that side of the car from Japan. Should be here within a week or so. I used a little bit of leftover gold paint that I had from some wheels on the connector bar that goes across the engine compartment there. Yeah, maybe some gold is in the future in here. Like the gold and the green would actually look pretty good. All the wiring's hooked back up. I don't have headlights yet since I'm just waiting for the other ones to show up. The intercooler's back in. Hood latch is in. There's still some plastics and stuff that need to go in here. And I have to fix the AC condenser because this fitting twisted off. And I was fortunate enough to be able to save this piece from the where it enters the cabin. It had the same thread pitch and everything on it. So I just drilled this out and I'm going to take this on here to save the AC condenser because I don't really need AC, but it has it and I want it to work. So there we go. And the nice thing is, now the hood latches, it lines. So overall, I'm pretty happy with how this is turning out so far. Still need to fix that. So hopefully the next video will be getting the headlights and turn signals put in here, filling up the cooling system and making sure the weather cooperates so we can go for a test drive. But that's all the time I have for today. But that's next time. So thank you for watching, and until next time, get out there and work on something.